Hi there, safety conscious haulers. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Swift Hitch backup camera system. These are available with either a 2-camera system or a single camera system. It's a completely wireless system, so it has an abundance of uses beyond that of your regular factory camera systems, or that of any other of the aftermarket systems out there because they require hard wiring. So once you put those cameras in a spot, they're stuck there. Not with these. We can put this here at the back and look at our hitch. If you've got the double camera system, you could also have one on top and be monitoring your gooseneck or your fifth wheel trailer when backing up. And since they're magnetic, we can take it off and move it somewhere else whenever we need it, wherever we need it. And here we're going to haul this big pontoon boat, but I want to be able to see when backing it up, especially when I go to park it at home. Well, with this, I don't have to do anything, just take my camera, put it here in the back. Now, our boat has no surface that we can use the magnetic base to, but that's not a problem. On our dual camera kit, we get a suction cup mount that comes included with it, so we can stick that on, giving us a metal surface for our magnetic mount. If you have the single camera kit, the suction cup does not come included, but you can purchase it as an accessory here at etrailer.com. And with up to a 300-foot range, we have no problem seeing clearly in our display, even when using our camera at the back of our pontoon boat here. You'll have two different cameras, one that has a permanently mounted antenna and one that has a detachable antenna. We're using our detachable antenna here on the back of our pontoon boat because it has the option of using the small antenna here, which gives you similar performance of the one that's on here. But the problem with our pontoon boat, it's so large, it's obstructing the frequencies going up to our system. So they've included an extended range antenna, which allows us to attach it here to our camera, where we can remotely mount our antenna so it gets a better path of transmission to our receiver. The antenna can be tilted so you can adjust it around any objects as you need to. And the base for our remotely mounted antenna here is also magnetic, so it'll stick onto any magnetic metal surface. In addition to using it at the back of your trailer or a boat, you can also use it on your motorhomes here at the back. We've got ours angled down at our hitch, so we can easily hook up to any trailers with our motorhome. Now, you could also use it up high as just a regular backup camera as well. Some motorhomes come with those from the factory, so you might just want it for your hitch, or maybe you don't have one, but you still want the hitch. If you get the 2-camera kit, you can have one up high and one down below. You're not limited to just using these at the back of your motorhome either. You can use them on the sides for blind spot monitoring if you're worried about changing lanes in your motorhome. And you could also use it in the front if you're worried about where you park it. Maybe you have a barn at home that you park it in and you need to get it all the way to the back for it to fit inside. You can put one up front so you can get as close to that front wall as possible. In addition to using outside your trailers in your vehicle to help you maneuver around, you can also use it for monitoring. We're inside of an enclosed trailer now, so if you've got a horse trailer, you can put it in here to monitor your horses, especially if you've got some skittish horses that don't like travel. You can closely monitor them. Or if you're just hauling a load that you need to keep an eye on some fragile or sensitive material, we can keep that in here. Inside of our enclosed trailer here, we don't have any metal surfaces that we can stick to. This is aluminum here, so it won't stick to it. Really not a good surface for our suction cups. There are also 2 screws that come included, so you can give it a more permanent mount. And since it is just 2 screws, if you want to take it out, it's pretty quick and easy to just do that. With our wood surface here, this would make a great mounting location, so we can keep an eye on everything in our trailer. And we've got our remote mount antenna that we can put on the outside to ensure we get good reception. And you can see me here. I'm sitting inside our enclosed trailer, and you're able to see me because of the infrared LEDs that are located on the camera, providing it with night vision. There's no lights on the inside of our trailer here, just a small window providing in a little bit of light. The rest of that is all being done with this camera to give you such a clear picture. Here you can see the several infrared LEDs that surround our camera, providing it with that night vision. And if you're like me and you tend to do most things by yourself, a use that I really like for this camera that I've been using it for is a second set of eyes. When I hook up my trailer, I've got an older truck that doesn't really have a lot of circuit protection in it. So I've had some issues with some wiring on it where it has caused the fuses to blow and I don't have any lights at the back of my trailer. So I've made a note of regularly checking those every time I hook up. Well, it's a real pain to have to hook it up, hit a turn signal, walk to the back, see if it works, go check the other ones. With this, I can sit in the cab, watch it on my monitor, and run through all my lights. This makes it really easy to check my brake lights, which is a little bit difficult. You got to have some kind of rod to poke in there so you can walk back just to look at it. With this, it saves me a lot of time and energy. So check it out. Here we're sitting in the cab. We can see our tail lights, make sure that we've got our turn signals, and the hardest are brake lights. We checked all those in just a few seconds. And really, it's great anywhere you need a remote set of eyes. You can use it for plenty of other repairs, especially mechanical ones. If I'm sitting here in the cab and I want to see if my brake cable for my parking brakes hang it up or anything, I could put the camera underneath and I could operate the pedal down here and watch the cable move. That's just one example of many things you could use this camera for to help you around the house or on your vehicle or trailer. The whole system can be charged on the go. They're powered by lithium-ion batteries, and included with your kit you'll receive a charging cable that has 2 outputs, so you can charge your camera and your monitor, or you can charge 2 cameras, and it plugs into your auxiliary port in your vehicle. On the side of our monitor you also have another output. This is a video out. You can plug your cable in here. This end goes into your monitor, and you can plug this into another monitor if you want to watch it remotely, or you can plug it into a recording device. This way you can record the feed and look back at it later. There are a couple of differences between our single camera kit and our dual camera kit. In the single camera kit you're going to get everything that you see here. You'll get your charger with the dual charger output. You'll get a single camera with the weatherproof backing. This does have to come off when you're charging it. You'll get your monitor as well as your video out cable. With your dual camera kit, you'll receive 2 cameras, and each of these cameras have an 8-hour battery life instead of the 4-hour battery life on your single camera kit. Another thing that I like is the camera that you'll get, your secondary camera, has a removable antenna. So you have a small antenna, which is similar to the one that comes on your fixed camera. But you'll also receive a remote antenna, so if you have any obstructions, especially if you're way at the back end of a trailer, you can use this to get around those obstructions, and it's easy with its magnetic base. Additionally, you'll also receive a suction cup mount with our dual camera kit, so if you have a non-magnetic surface you need to put your camera on, you can just suction this on there, and then the magnetic mount will click directly to it. If you want this for your single camera kit, it can be purchased as an accessory here at etrailer.com. Both of our cameras are going to be water resistant, so you can use them in inclement weather with no issues worrying about them getting damaged. Our monitor has 2 buttons on it. We've got our power button here at the front. You do have to hold it down pretty long to turn it on and off. And then on the side we've got the switch button for our camera, so we can change between the 2 cameras. Both of our cameras, I've been moving them around all day today in various different locations, trying them out. And I've dropped it quite a few times. It's not permanently mounted, so you're moving it around and stuff and you accidentally let go. And what I like about these is they're made of a strong, solid metal all the way around the whole housing. I mean, you can see here a couple of chips where it bounced across the parking lot. I will say the magnetic base is real strong. We didn't lose it at any point when we had it on anything. But when you're moving it, sometimes I knocked it off and dropped it, and I like that it works just great. And it still has the same great picture quality even after all the abuse that I've been putting it through. And this is also a great kit for you truck drivers out there, especially if you work for a trucking company where when you get from one job site to the next, you're switching to a different truck. Since none of this is permanently mounted, you can easily move it over from one semi-truck over to the other so you can see around you and get to your job site safely and probably quicker than you would have before without this system. And with either the single or double camera kit, you'll receive a small hook and loop fastener with adhesive on each side so you can stick it to the back of your monitor and put one on your dash so you can have it mounted up on your dash. And that completes our look at the Swift Hitch backup camera system.